Hi, everybody. So I am here to talk a little bit about my trip to Pittsburgh that I took recently. I'd never been there before. The reason we chose Pittsburgh is because it was kind of an easy access destination from where we are. And so it was an easy weekend getaway that we didn't have to fly to get there. And also we'd never been there before, so we just wanted to explore a new place. So I took a bunch of pictures. I took a food tour and I'm so excited about it. It was my first food tour and I am kind of obsessed with Kara and Nate. They're a YouTube channel. If you watch travel channels on YouTube, you've probably heard of them. I love them. They're amazing. I'm obsessed. I've watched every single video that they've ever made. And they take food tours. And so when we were planning to go to Pittsburgh, I tried to figure out if there was a food tour available, and there was. So we signed up for one, and it is this Berg Bits and Bites food tours. There is their website. I'll also link it in the description below so you can check it out. There's several different food tours in different parts of the city, and the cool thing about Pittsburgh is it has very distinct neighborhoods. Even though it's a pretty small city for as cities go, it has very distinct neighborhoods. And we went on the Brookline food tour and it was so great. Valerie was our tour guide and I actually was able to interview her for just a short second. Hi everybody. So I just finished a food tour in Pittsburgh. Valerie was our tour guide and she was amazing. She has so many interesting things about Pittsburgh and you get to eat, so yes, you should do this. Valerie, why should somebody come on the Brookline food tour in particular?
Well, first of all, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I actually work for a company called Berg Bits and Bites. We do food tours throughout the Pittsburgh area, highlighting just some of our unique and interesting neighborhoods that we have here. Because truly around Pittsburgh we have so much to offer. So many interesting cultural sites, different types of food, unique little neighborhoods, things that you might just not find on your own. Right. So a food tour is a great option, not only for people visiting, but even for locals. Because I always say when I have locals on my tours that I want them to learn something new about their own city by the end of it. So you get to learn, you get food, and then you get bits about the neighborhood. So we try to highlight small businesses, locally owned, some of them multi-generational, and we get to taste little tastings at each food site, and then we get bits about the neighborhood, little historical bits, and some of the tours have stops that aren't food related, they're like historical or bits related.
I love that. There are 2 sites on the Brookline tour that are not food related but so interesting and worth seeing.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you looked at our website, you saw that the Brookline tour is a favorite of a lot of the tour guides. It is such a cute small community, and honestly before I even started doing this tour I didn't even know where Brookline was, and I have grown up in the Pittsburgh area.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a cute little neighborhood, lots of really cool things to offer, things that you might not have found, like I said, on your own. And everyone here is just so friendly and
I've noticed that. Yeah, I've noticed. Everyone's super nice.
Yeah, and if you go back to any of the businesses after the tours, they are so excited to see you. They're really happy that you came back. So I highly recommend Brookline. It's got a special place in my heart. It was the first tour I started doing with this business, and I'm so glad that you joined me today.
I am so glad I joined you too. Thank you so much, Valerie. This was so much fun. And if you find yourself in Pittsburgh, look up Berg Bits and Bites.
We have a website, we're on social media, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all those places. And if you have any questions or you have a large group that you would like to bring, we do our best to accommodate everyone. So you can just contact us through the website, and I hope to see you all on one of my tours.
Yay, it was so easy too. So if you find yourself in Pittsburgh, look them up. It's a great experience and a great way to spend a couple of hours in the city. Take care, guys. She was amazing. All the places that we went were amazing. I think we went to 6 different locations, and we tried a variety of food and drink available in Brookline. And it wasn't I was expecting a lot of walking, and we did walk a little bit, but everything was pretty close by. So if you're worried about walking too much, don't be. I survived. I was fine. It was really hot that day, but it was so worth it. The places that we went Just like unbelievable. I want to go back to some of those places for the food because it was really, really good. Like, made a serious impression. And just to let you know, like, on the website, they have a little like meter to tell you whether you're going to be full or hungry after the food tour, like how full it will get you. And the Brookline tour said it would like be in the middle, like you wouldn't be hungry but you wouldn't be full. And for me personally, that was a complete fabrication. I was super full at the end of the tour, and I think our tour started at 10. It was a 2-hour tour, so it was till noon. And I didn't eat again until probably 8 o'clock that night, maybe later, because I was so full. And my sister was with me too, and she was really full too. So just be aware of that. Unless you eat a lot of food, more than the average person, because I feel like I eat a decent amount in one sitting. Unless you eat like Mikey Chen, who is another channel that I really love watching. He eats a ton of food at once. Unless you're like him, you will be full by the end of one of these tours. At least the Brookline tour, because unless you don't eat everything that they give you. And I didn't even eat everything that they gave us. We went to 2 places that gave us to-go bags, and I didn't eat at either of those places. So I think I only ate at 4 of the places, and I was still full. So just keep that in mind. They give you a lot of food, and it's 100% worth it. So anyway, what other things there are to do in Pittsburgh? There is the Point. I think it's called the Point Park, and that's really beautiful. It's got a huge fountain, and it's right on one of the rivers. You can see tons of bridges. You can see the city from there. Obviously, you're in the city still, so you're not going to see a great skyline, but there is a spot for a great skyline view. So there are 2 inclines, and they go up to Mount Washington. And the incline, I think it's vernacular, but it's similar to, in Hong Kong, they have Victoria Peak, and they have a tram that goes up to the peak. This is similar. It's got there's actually 2 different inclines. There's one that's older, and we went on that one to go up, and it's functional, but it was terrifying. It felt really lurchy, and I'm scared of heights, so looking down, it was just really scary to me because I don't know how it's propelled up, like if it's on a cable, but I felt like at any minute it would snap and we would just go hurtling down the mountain to our death. But it was fun, and it didn't take that long. It was probably probably less than 5-minute ride up. And then we just walked around for a little while, and Mount Washington is its own little neighborhood, and there's lots of beautiful houses and beautiful views of the city. So Mount Washington is across the river from downtown, so you can see all of the buildings, and we were there at night, and so we saw all the lights, and I took a bunch of pictures. And then we were trying to figure out where to go to eat, because I think this was the same day that we had the food tour. So we were ready to eat again, because at this point it was late, and we were trying to figure out where to eat. And there's a lot of restaurants on Mount Washington, and a lot of them are really fancy and expensive, and that would be fun if that's what you're looking for. We decided actually to just try our luck with some random place that we found on Yelp. We use Yelp a lot to try to figure out a place to eat in places that we're unfamiliar with. And by the way, none of these places are sponsors. The food tour is not a sponsor. Yelp's not a sponsor. None of the YouTube channels that I've mentioned are. These are just things that I like, so I'm not getting paid to say any of this. But anyway, so we used Yelp, and we found this bar called The Summit, and holy cow, I was not expecting it to be so good. It was so good. The food was amazing. They had these beer slushies that I didn't get a full one, but I tried one. And just the atmosphere was really cool. It was pretty dark in there, but they had music playing, and the doors, like they had garage doors that opened up and they were open to the outside. So it was just a really cool vibe in there, and there was a lot of people, so it was fun. I highly recommend going there, and the food was incredible. Like, not only did you get a good atmosphere and it was fun vibes, but the food was actually phenomenal. So I highly recommend going there. Where else did we eat? We also ate at Meat and Potatoes, which is kind of a famous spot there, and that was really good. We got the prime rib for 2, and there was 3 of us, and it was plenty of food, so I would not hesitate to get that. If you're with even a group of 4, you'd probably have enough food for all of you. But that spot was really good. We didn't get a chance to go to Taco, which I'm really sad about because they were closed when we wanted to go there. But yeah, what are you gonna do? What else did we do? We walked around a lot. We just like explored. And it's a really fun city to do that with because every little area that you go is a different spot, and there's a lot of street art and different things. Yeah, I think that's it. I highly recommend visiting Pittsburgh if you're close by, or even if you're not, just make a trip of it because it's honestly really cool. And yeah, I liked it. I'd like to go back. Oh, we went to another place. We went to, it's called, what was it called? Bridges and Bourbon. And that was another bar, very upscale. And I think they had food too. We just had drinks there, but very fancy and pretty expensive, but it was a fun experience and really, it was great. Oh, we stayed at Hotel Monaco, and that was it's a really cute boutique hotel, and they offer from 5 to 6, they offer wine and beer, like a happy hour for free. As part of your stay, you get that. Honestly, the wine was not good at all. It was not even as good as $5 wine that I've had. But the beer was fine. So just whatever, if you love bottom barrel wine, then you'll like it, but the wine was really not good in my opinion. But then they also have a rooftop, like a garden, they call it the beer garden, on the roof of our hotel, and that was beautiful, like really great. They have Jenga up there and just outdoor seating and snacks and drinks, and that was a really nice way to spend the evening, watching the sunset outside with a drink and playing a game. Highly recommend. So yeah, Pittsburgh was really fun. I hope you enjoyed this kind of different video, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a few weeks probably with my next Universal Yums video. Let me know in the comments if you like these kind of trip videos, and I'll make more of them, I guess. I'm gonna be going on a few more trips this year, so if you like it, I'll keep doing it, and if not, then I won't, or I might, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but this is new, so I just want to see how you guys feel about it. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and in the description I will leave the different places that I've referenced in this video, so if you do decide to visit, you can look them up if you think they sound good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!